The magnitude of an equilibrium constant gives us some information about a reversible reaction. So recall that the equilibrium constant was the ratio of the concentrations of the products over the concentrations of the reactants raised to their stoichiometric coefficients. So therefore, if the equilibrium constant is greater than 1, then the concentrations of the products will be higher than the concentrations of the reactants when equilibrium is established. And if the equilibrium constant is less than 1, you'll have a higher concentration of the reactants at equilibrium. And if it's equal to 1, then you'll have equal concentrations of the reactants and products at equilibrium. Now, some equilibrium reactions have very large equilibrium constants, which are much greater than 1. So for example, in this first reaction, the concentrations of the products will be much higher than those of the reactants, and therefore the reaction essentially proceeds to completion. Now in this second example, the equilibrium constant is close to 1, but you still have a higher concentration of products than reactants because the equilibrium constant is greater than 1. And in this third example, the equilibrium constant is much less than 1. So the reaction barely proceeds and will take a very long time to reach equilibrium. And recall that the equilibrium constant is dependent on temperature.